Am I supposed to be here at 8:30? I'll be here at 8:30 if y'all tell me to be.
We're not here at
that's
8:30.
okay.
We're not here at 8:30.
I didn't think y'all were.
Oh, boy. It is 9:06. It is May 15th. Hope everyone had a great Mother's Day weekend. And we are now back for a new segment with Sewing with Susan. This is part 5 of 6, or are we part 6 of 6?
5 of 6.
Okay, so what are we going to be doing today, Miss Susan?
Well, we've got this star, and it's called a diamond star.
A diamond star, okay.
And you can see why.
I can see why.
It's got a diamond in the middle.
Would you like to talk about the history of the diamond star?
Well, the history of the diamond stars, they got tired of the 4 patch in the middle of the stars, so they decided to do something different. And so they put a diamond in the middle. Can you see that okay? So that's a diamond star, and that's a diamond in the middle, and it's also a square on point in the middle. And I did, this is the quilt that we already had made. I went ahead and took liberty and switched these colors because I had parts already made. So we're going to do, where it's dark pink, it's going to be light pink, and where it's light pink, it's going to be dark pink on the one I brought with me. For this one, are we back over here yet? We're going to be over here now.
Yeah, I'll get you set up.
Yep.
Oh, he's not quite ready for me.
There you
So
go.
Am I there?
There you go. You can go ahead and show everybody off the pieces.
This is, we need 4 of these, and that's the corner ones. And then we need, these are the little ones, so we need 4 of those. And 8 of these for the star points.
Okay.
And then 1, it's just a 4 3/4 inch square, and then we're going to turn it on point when we make it.
Okay.
And then our triangles, we need 4 of these. And
just as a refresher, because you've mentioned on point a couple times now, if you want to refresh everyone, the square, the white square that you have in the middle, it is parallel to the edge of your quilt, so that is on point, correct? As opposed to it being turned, or is it?
yeah, well, it's on point in the block. So if you have your block straight, so here's your block straight, and the square in the middle is now on point.
I gotcha. Okay.
So here on the quilt, the whole entire block
Gotcha.
is on point,
Okay.
which makes a square that's on point in the block.
So it's on the point of the
Right.
of the square itself.
Right.
Okay. As opposed to laying flat.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. And what are these called?
Those are flying geese.
Very good. And I want to fly away. I'm too excited I'm going to Quilt Market today, so I'm really, 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 really excited. And
All right, let's show our pieces off here. There we go, Susan.
Okay, are we ready to go here? We've got this and 4 of these. And that's your center block, center square. And what you do is you sew them just like this, right side down. And I'm going to just take my notes. And you'll sew them along this edge here. And then press it open. You'll sew one here and one here. And then press them open. And of course, we press it where?
To the dark side.
To the dark side, yeah. So these are pressed, and then we'll sew the other ones to them after these 2 are pressed, because if not, you'll have a mess right here. And then you do that, and that's your point. That's your block on point.
Nice.
And that's just a simple block on point, and you could do a whole quilt on like that if you wanted, or put sashing in between them, but that's a block on point.
Nice.
And that's why it's called a star. With a diamond star, because this is a diamond.
Which is interesting about this, because the flying geese, technical. They're not cut in half on this one. In other words, that diamond's not cut in the middle.
Right.
So it's kind of like you, it's different than the other flying geese.
Right.
Okay.
But it is put together like that. You're right. He's very observant. Look at here. And I should have took videos. He came in the shop the other day and did some wonderful sewing.
We don't need to talk about that.
He did some wonderful sewing. He did.
I saw him.
You saw him.
I FaceTimed Josh.
He was proud of himself, actually.
I was
okay.
incredibly proud of myself.
But you're right. You're right. If that was cut in half, that would be a flying geese.
Yes.
Very observant. So we have that, and that goes in the middle. And then we make 4 of these, our flying geese that we've been making a whole bunch.
Mm-hmm.
So what it is you do this one first, then press it open, and then sew this one on. And the flying geese is one of the exceptions because it lays better. So you just press it towards where it'll want to go that way, because if you press it this way, it's harder to get it, because right up here, it doesn't want to press the other way. So you'll kind of know on that one that it wants to press that way. So we have 4 of these, and there's 1, 2, and then we take them, we got them, and we sew a pink on one end and a pink on the other and press them towards
The dark side.
the dark side. So we get 2 of these,
Mm-hmm.
which we've seen a lot of these throughout the quilt. So you're really not learning a whole lot and having to do a whole lot of new.
Mm-hmm.
It's just putting them together differently.
Right.
So we've got those, and we'll turn the geese towards the middle, and we got this. And these are a row, this a row, this a row, and then we'll sew these to this.
And those are just your regular flying geese right there.
Regular flying geese.
With no
one
square on
here,
the
one
end.
here, one here, one here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these have the square on the end, and then these are sewn onto this. And technically, we got 3 rows.
Yep.
And then you'll sew them together. And you have your diamond star.
And then go ahead and hold your quilt up so you see the end result here.
Here we go. There's the diamond star.
There you
And
go.
I think that's really, really pretty. And see, if you're this way, which is how the block normally lays,
Mm-hmm.
then the square in the center is on point. You seeing that?
Mm-hmm.
But if your whole block is on point, then the square in the center ends up being perpendicular to the side of your quilt.
Right. Very cool.
So
So
we've
that
not
means-
learned a whole lot of new. We learned the flying geese, half square triangles,
There's
block.
a bit. I will say there is a bit of repetition in some of these. It's just the way that it is put together.
Right,
What makes the design
The combination.
unique.
that's
Nice.
true.
Now on that quilt there, we should in theory have one more block that we should
We
that we
do.
have to learn. Do we want to show that
I
off?
don't know if I can come up with the pattern because the original pattern that this shop hop had was one from a shop up north. So I may have to substitute one, or I may have to figure out how to do it. There we are. Do it myself. It's a pretty block. And this is, right here is a triangle and a square. But these are each 4 patches. So the only thing new you learn on this is the triangle and the square. And I should be able to come up with a pattern. I may not have a nice printed pattern, but I can show how to do it and then figure out how to come up with a good printed pattern.
Awesome.
But that's nice too.
That is nice.
And I may substitute some blue in this one on the 4 patches, just because I want a little bit more blue in this. So you guys have any questions?
You have enough to make another quilt now, almost.
You're gonna have to make another quilt?
You have enough.
Oh, I have a friend that can't cut out blocks very easily, so I'm giving the extra blocks to her because she wants a trade in a trade that we have. And she's actually substituting for somebody that dropped out of the trade. So I'm going to give her the blocks, and she'll finish up what I didn't, and then she'll go ahead and put her name on them because we put our names on them. And I just got a whole bunch of pins in, about 5 different kinds.
Nice.
So I was excited. I was unpacking stuff, madly putting it in the computer to get it done before I left town.
And you're heading out to, where is it again?
So I'm to Quilt Market,
Which is in St.
St.
Louis,
Louis.
Missouri.
Yep. Yep.
Nice. First time in St. Louis?
First time, no, well, I went to the Arch. We stopped in the Arch, at the Arch. My dad lives in the almost furthest northwest corner of Missouri that you can live. So I went to Missouri before, and we stopped in St. Louis one time and did the Arch thing, and it's kind of interesting because it does sway when you get to the very top. The wind blows, you're swaying up there, and it's a little bit. I told my son I was with at the time, I said, I wish we had a rappelling gear because I'd feel more comfortable up here. Because it was, you're swaying noticeably. Mm-hmm. But we went to St. Louis and saw some of the sights, but this is the first time I'm staying there doing stuff, so I'm excited.
In the quilt market, you'll be doing, what kind of things will you be learning and bringing back to the Cleveland market?
There's some patterns. I'm hoping that there's still spaces. If you didn't pick your classes by the 28th of April, you can't pick again until Wednesday, and then and the last time I looked, QuiltCon is still open, and I'd like to do that. And then there was, I think they had one on Comic-Con. But anyway, I'd like to do that because, we have a lot of the dressmaker stuff now, too. Mm-hmm. I am on Wednesday taking a 5-hour refresher course or learning about all the new stuff on the people that do my website / point of sale. I started with them, it's 6.5 years now, and they were just website. But since then, they've added point of sale. They're integrating with suppliers. They're integrating with shipping. That's what I'm taking on Wednesday, and then of course they give us dinner. That's cool. And then I get to see some of my suppliers in their booths, and there is what they call schoolhouse. And we all take classes, and then there's what they call sample spree, and I've heard it's like a madhouse, and the different ones that have made books and stuff are giving samples away, and it's almost like first come, first serve, but I don't know if people are punching each other, but I've heard it's a madhouse. So my friend that I'm going with said she thought she would, as a joke, wear a football helmet to that.
Yeah.
So we're doing that, and I get to see all my suppliers and put a person with the voice that I've talked to for years. Mm-hmm. So that'll be fun. And hopefully do some Facebook Live posts. Like I'm going to try to do one before I leave in a little while and see if I can do that. Mm-hmm. I've got a few friends that keep us posted, so I said, I'll try to do some Facebook Lives.
We'll get that figured out, and we'll have you check in on Friday.
Okay.
If you'll be up, you will be sleeping off the night before.
No, I'll be
I
up.
hear quilters party all night.
All right.
Well, we do sometimes.
That's what I heard.
Quilt till you wilt. We've been known to do that before.
Good stuff. Well, I hope
they
you
left
have
too early this month. I was disappointed. I was like, "Where's everybody going?" Of course, everybody left, and then two people came like at 8:00, and they said, "Where'd everybody go?" I said, "I don't know, but we're here till a little while. Aren't you going to stay?" And we stayed till like almost 10, but usually at Quilt Till You Wilt, we stay till like midnight.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Well, we wish you very safe travels. You're making the drive.
I'm driving to Springfield today, which I get to see Choice Fabrics, and all of you guys can look at Choice Fabrics and see if there's anything on there, I can get it. And then usually if they ship, it comes within 2 days. It's really it's amazing. Nice. But I'm going up there. I'm picking up a few things I've already ordered, and then I'm looking around to see, because they have some things that are not on their website that they have in-house. And that's also where the girl lives and has her shop in Springfield, Tennessee, that I'm driving the rest of the way with. And she and I are staying at a friend's of hers house, so we don't have to do the hotel thing. We get to do the bed and breakfast or whatever you want to call it at a friend's house. So
that's nice.
And tonight I'm going to, I always forget the county it is. But it's Women in Business Seminar and Dinner. And starts with an H, and I can't think of the name of the county up there. But it's north of Nashville,
I don't know that
but it's still
either.
Tennessee. But it's fun. I'm excited.
Well, have fun, and we look forward to you maybe possibly doing some Facebook Live on Friday. And
Okay.
then when you come back, bringing in some all kinds of new information
Oh, yeah.
that you're going to learn on your trip to the quilt market.
Right.
So we will take a quick break, and we'll be back. Thank you, Susan, for coming in. And stay tuned. Watch this commercial. If you haven't had a chance to, I'll put this up here real quick. Go to hyderhangout.com. Go to Susan's website. She's located on the First Street Square across from the Catch Restaurant next to Trailhead Bicycle Company. You can go to her Happenings tab, check out her classes, or look at the calendar. And if you'd like to watch some of her videos that she has, you can learn all the very cool things that we've learned on the Good Morning Show. And the list is growing week by week, and there should be a couple more that will be added up there within the next couple weeks. So, yeah, good stuff. And then stay tuned for this commercial so you can actually see Susan's store. Lots of stuff in there, everything that you need if you want to do any sewing or quilting. So we'll take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Quilts and the art of quilting have been enjoyed for generations. Hyder Hangout, Quilt Fabric and More in downtown Cleveland is all things quilts and much more. Hyder Hangout stocks a vast selection of beautiful fabrics from upholstery to evening wear and will special order hard-to-find items. Find all the accessories to make any project fun and easy. Hyder Hangout offers expert instruction with classes for the beginner and the advanced. Ready to show your style? Get to Hyder Hangout, Quilt Fabric and More, 219 First Street Northeast, down